I'm gonna speak on the Jay-Z and the NFL partnership. I think a lot of people are jumping to conclusions without understanding what their partnerships entails. First and foremost. Secondly, I think we need to stop throwing out this term sellout. How I don't see how Jay-Z can be a sellout at all. For one, this man has been helping to push forward for the agenda of the black community for the longest. He's helped out with legal fees and some more things behind the scenes that most people would not know unless they was doing some research. And I find it that it is the most people that's speaking out about what he's got going on, they don't do nothing for their community. They don't do nothing to try to help out, but point the finger at celebrity like he's supposed to do everything that they see fit for him to do. Don't forget he's a grown man. It is his money and it's his legacy that he's trying to build. The end result could be something different than where it starts. But you have to sit down at the table in order for you to be in the conversation with those people who might not understand what the black male or female goes through. So to automatically cast him as a sellout is almost like an erasing his history of what he's done based on one thing that he might have had a mishap, or maybe he didn't articulate himself as good as he should have while in the meeting. But you don't have to agree with everybody. Everything that somebody do don't mean you're going to agree with them. But that don't mean you throw everything they have done positive out the door. And especially if you're not even doing nothing to help out your own community yourself. If you're not trying to help out the community, how can you criticize somebody who has and who's willing to take steps to move forward? Now, I can understand where Eric Reed is coming from, where Kaepernick is coming from. But like I just stated, everybody doesn't have to agree. Malcolm Jenkins he's a part of a coalition of players that's moving forward too. Eric Reed has something to say about him, but it's still if what everybody is saying is to find ways to combat social injustice, that don't mean that it's only one path that everybody needs to take to get there. Of course, Colin Kaepernick not having his job is a big issue. But don't forget, he did take a settlement. So he got paid too. So don't throw that out the door. Eric Reed was part of the settlement too. So he has been compensated for not working. Of course, everybody will want to see him back in the NFL having a job. But don't just get hung up on Colin Kaepernick not having a job. The bigger picture is finding ways to get people to understand the in social justices that's really going on. We are so quick to take the celebrities or the activists or people that's trying to help us move forward. We're so quick to throw those out the door based on the perception of maybe they're not doing the things that you see fit, or you might not like the way they're doing it, but you're only looking at the situation at hand and not even looking at the bigger picture. I understand that it's small steps that end up getting you to that get you to the end of your journey. You just don't take one leap and you're at the end of your journey. If it's that close or if it's that small of a feat to accomplish, then we would have been got things accomplished a long time ago. Think about the difference in Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Both of them wanted to get to the same place, but they thought about going at it a different way. Now, some people agree with Malcolm X, some people agree with Martin Luther King, but their end goal was the same. It's just the way they looked about getting the change to happen. You can't say one is wrong and the other is wrong, because both of them still had the goodness of the black community in in the forefront. That's what they was thinking about. So people look at President Obama and they want to say, well, he didn't do too much. Most people look at the presidential election and they feel like that's all they need to go out for. Well, if that's the way you're thinking, you're automatically thinking wrong, because the president cannot put forth no bills or get nothing passed if he doesn't have the Congress on his side. So only voting for a president would not push forth no agenda that president wants, especially when the House is controlled by the Republicans. That just shows you how you could be tuned in on one thing but miss the bigger picture and not even worrying about the Congress who have been pushing the bills and who actually set laws. We need to stop assassinating our political leaders, activists, or whatever you want to call them. We need to start taking a step back and supporting them more, regardless even if they are not doing things the way you think they should do it. Take a step back and see what the ending result would be before you speak out and hate on them or talk down on them. At least wait till the fine details come out about what they're trying to do, and then maybe you can have a better understanding without assassinating their character. This concludes my video of the day. Kind of under the weather, but I felt this situation needed to be talked about. I seen a lot of people speaking on it. And if you're not active in your own community or active in your own neighborhood, really you don't have no choice. You don't have a right to be speaking out about somebody else's way they're approaching helping out the community that they see. You're just part of the problem that's helping push forward the agenda of the ones who want to keep us oppressed. Because you don't give the person who's trying to step forth and make positive change a chance. All you do is sit back on your phone or on your computer ridiculing the person that's trying to do something when you're just sitting in the motherfucking wings not doing a thing. Leave your comments at the bottom, and remember, tomorrow starts a new day.